Okay.
How we doing, Santa Greg?
Yeah, and then the yard.
Hey, Bob. Ready to go? All right.
Joe?
We haven't heard back from our background check yet. It's been about 6
Excuse me,
months.
ladies and gentlemen, if I can
Okay.
have your attention,
Email me
please.
again, and I'll go there.
Because we put in for the insurance.
Okay.
Excuse me, if I can have your attention for a moment. We're going to attend the opening ceremonies and then pause for the meal, as is our custom.
Okay, you should be receiving audio now. Okay, cool. Allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you'll remain standing for the invocation.
Before I say the invocation, I just want to thank the group. I've been invited to do the chapel service at the reunion again, so we will be doing that this year. And I want to thank you for that opportunity. And also, this is kind of a, I don't know exactly how, because I know some of our guys aren't really what you'd call practicing Christians, but for those of you that are, remember that we are the cheerleaders of the biggest birthday party in the whole world. Did you ever think about that? We are the cheerleaders for the biggest birthday party in the whole world. Okay, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you, Lord, for all our good friends, for everyone that's gathered here, and for those that can't, we pray that you would be with them. Guide us and bless us in your ways, Lord. Let us walk with you. Bless this food to our bodies, and help us, Lord, to just give glory to you in all we do and say, and we ask it in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Rev. And
I would like to thank me for providing the host.
they're doing it right now. Am I the only one in this room that never noticed this soundtrack playing until we got quiet? Here you go.
Okay. All right. We have some visitors, and we have a couple of people that we'd like to acknowledge.
Talk close to it.
Well, you know, not that close. But you go to that end. Your back is to the camera.
Oh, all right. Do you know of anybody that's here that I don't know?
Yeah, a lot of people. I think there's some new Santas ask them to introduce themselves.
Okay.
We're both going to have water. I don't know what he's going to have.
I don't think he's saying.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to steal one of these. I don't have any.
Okay, it's time to introduce new members and guests. Courtney
Ladies and gentlemen,
from Los Angeles.
your attention, please. Go ahead.
Okay, Courtney is from Los Angeles. Is there any other people here that are new or visiting?
Introduce himself. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Hi, I'm Courtney Lofton. I'm from Northridge. Second season Santa.
Welcome.
You know Tom? Stan? Not really good with names
There's
yet.
Ted sitting over there, but you can sit over here.
You're going to recognize that white hair and white beard.
Okay.
Okay, we have to have the approval of the July minutes.
Ted was.
Anybody want to make a motion? Anybody second the motion?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, the approval for the for the minutes are going to be accepted as reported. Okay.
Motion from the floor. Motion would suspend the meeting's activities until the meal.
Okay, suspend the meeting until after the meal. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President.
Okay, you coming in?
Baby Ruth. Lights on. Nobody's on.
Okay, we left off after approval of July, the long date, July minutes on the, okay, that's like 2 months late, but anyway, we approved them. Now, on the back side of this agenda is the treasurer's report. And it shows that starting in September, we had $240 in the bank and $754 in the charity. And we raised $40 and 50-50. Fred and Elizabeth donated back $20. And so we got $60 added to the fund. Add that to the $754, and we had $814 in the Christmas charity at the end of the last meeting.
Hoorah.
And so when the charity and the money in the bank's $1,050. Okay. Now today, that's all yours. Today, our 50-50 made
$200.
Oh! Yeah! But wait, there's more.
But there's more. That was just from the ticket sales. And then I was informed.
Okay. We had Santa anonymously give us $200 to Forbs. So we put $100 into the Puerto Rico charity, and we put $100, so today I'm adding $100 to the 50-50 thing. So
Yay!
$300 toward breast cancer angels today.
And if you are here today, Santa, thank you so very much.
Major thank you. Give a big old
yeah.
If you're not here today, then you hear this anyway. If you're not here today.
Okay, what did you want to do?
I'll give you another 20 because Pitt just beat Duke.
Oh, no!
I love Pip and Duke. I love Pip more.
Thank you.
That is evil money.
That's 220.
$320 toward breast cancer angels.
Okay, 320 today.
Thank you. Oh, look that way, Laura. Did you want Rick in the picture?
Keep the camera I've been kicked out of nicer places than this.
Okay.
Recently. A lot of fun to get everybody.
Do we have any sunshine report this month?
Oh, she's not here.
No? Okay.
I won't say what, but I would like for you to send out prayers up, prayers wherever you want to send them. For our president of the Orange County chapter, he's not feeling well these days, so if you just send some love and kindness and prayers into the universe for our Santa Greg Ferguson, we would appreciate it. Any birthdays in the house this month? Who are marked there? Santa Joe Colgan. Next month. And November. This is Loretta. Santa Norm. Santa Michael Walker. Are y'all impressed with this? Valerie Colgan. Our December birthday.
Gretchen.
Anybody else in November or December? December, Shelly and Lou. Woo woo.
Yay!
17.
And Gretchen, you're the 31st?
Before now, 27.
27th, you're the same as Santa Lou. Oh, no. 28, sorry.
Do they include the tip in this?
Are they?
Remember that, everybody.
Some places do have it in, this place does not.
Their patience with us.
So join me in singing Happy Birthday to you.
Oh, never mind, go ahead.
Fellow Santas and
Anniversaries.
Mrs.
Happy
Claus
birthday
is
first.
just I did it. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Connie. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! How about any anniversaries in October, November, or December?
Wait, somebody
Hogan's also took it on that.
Maxwell's card in your wallet.
Anyone else?
It's 6 months after my youngest daughter's birthday.
No, 4.5. So your anniversary too?
We had
And, oh my gosh, please don't tell me I have to go that long. It's just 35 for the Minters. Woo woo! How many for you, Craig? Oh, I'm glad Lori wasn't here. You had to think about that.
It's because she wasn't here that he had it.
It's 7 years on my
Yay! That's a great anniversary. Woo woo! All right, well, happy anniversary to those amounts.
What about October 19th?
Yeah, I said for her, and I just have to make it a 3. Wow. I thought everybody else caught that. I'm just kidding. Okay, Courtney, just so you know, I have a big sense of humor when it comes to my husband. I have to. Anyway, there's your sunshine report. Oh, you guys, it might be nice and cool these days. It's about to warm up again. Oh, yeah. So be prepared. Drink lots of water. And then workers' comp. We're in all the safety stuff. So drink lots of water. Don't dehydrate. Thank you, Mr. Treasurer.
Okay, it isn't on the agenda, but I wanted to tell people about Ren Spooner shirts. Okay, this is a Ren Spooner shirt, and that I'm wearing. Every year, Ren Spooner makes a Christmas shirt that's dated, and it's a different shirt every year. And if I'm not wearing a red golf shirt, why, I'm wearing a Ren Spooner shirt, and some of them I've worn for 14 years, and they just wear like iron, and Mom throws it in the washer, into the air, and hang it on a hanger, and they're just wonderful. However, the price tag on this is $98. JP Maxwell in Balboa Island gives Santas a discount, so out the door, no tax, I paid $78 for this $98 shirt. If anybody wants a card, I have cards from JP Maxwell, and you just tell them you're a Santa, and they'll give you the discount. Now, they didn't have many 2Xs left there. They had some 3Xs and a lot of larges, and so you might want to call ahead if you want to go. But I have JP Maxwell card for anybody that would like one, and
Thank you, Bob.
we like it.
So this is the new one this year?
This is this year's shirt.
And it's supposed to have a little ukulele.
Yeah, it's got these ukuleles. You can get it in red, or you can get it in green, or this is natural.
Now let's be perfectly clear. You're not going to be as good looking as Bob just because you buy the shirt.
Okay.
Do you have to show the business card to get the discount, or just mention your card for it?
Just tell them you're Santa.
It helps a little bit. Show them your beard.
They'll know it when you walk in, but if you want
Hemingway, they'll double the price.
if you want a 2X, why, I suggest you call ahead. And they ordered it and had it in 2 days.
4X.
Well, they had some 3. I didn't see a 4X, but you can call them and ask them. 3 cheers for our waitresses. Hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hooray!
I'd rather have tips than hip hip hoorays.
Oh, sorry. Tip, tip.
Okay, I hope by now everybody's registered for the reunion. But here to remind you of all the good things that are going to happen is Santa Cliff Breeden.
Don't wait any longer for your rooms, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know how the block of rooms is doing.
If I read that correctly, they have 7 left? 7 rooms left.
Yeah, it's better if you go down that way or in the doorway a little while away from him.
I did it my way.
Yeah. Right?
You gave him the mic, right? Where's the mic?
He's got the mic.
I got the mic. And I got the other mic too. Okay, everybody knows me by now, I hope. Anyway, the reunion is shaping up to be a great fun time. For those who have not registered or have been up at the North Pole and have not gotten the word, the reunion is going to be on January 26th, 27th, and 28th of next year. It is our 24th annual reunion, and it's going to be held at the Sheraton Cerritos over in the great city of Cerritos. And for those who know where this is, Cerritos Performing Arts Center is, it's right next door. And in fact, that's the hotel that a lot of the actors and actresses that are performing at the Performing Arts Center, they tend to stay there at that hotel. On Friday the 26th is going to be our fun day. It's going to be a fun trip to the Aquarium of the Pacific, but space is limited on that trip.
I just wanted to, you said Friday is going to be the fun day. Saturday and Sunday are going to be fun also. I just wanted to let you know that it's not just one day that's fun.
Oh, all right. It's our field trip. Okay, I've been corrected. That's the field trip. So also make sure that you bring your notes from Mom signed so that you can go on the bus. We will take the bus from the hotel to the Aquarium in the Pacific, and if you really get us all upset, you'll walk back from the aquarium.
So stay out of the tanks.
That's right. No swimming with the sharks. I'm sorry, someone had a question? Then Friday nights, the meet and greet. We're going to have the taco bar again. That would seem to be very popular in San Diego. And then we'll have the chocolate fondue fountain. And then Saturday starts the rest of the fun day, and that's going to be all the seminars that we'll be holding at the hotel.
So count down.
And those seminars are looking to be really great seminars. And then Saturday night, we're going to have a rockin' good time. Did I say that right? Rockin' good time. And then, of course, on Sunday, we will have the actual reunion luncheon and also a fashion show and all the other stuff that goes along with it. If you have not, I'm not going to embarrass anybody today. If you have not registered yet for the event, go on Reg Online. That's REGONLINE.com/reunion 2018 to register for the event. And as it was mentioned before, if you're going to stay at the hotel, it's a beautiful hotel, but it only has 203 rooms and only 7 ADA rooms, so it's really important if you're going to stay there, and I highly recommend that you do stay there, but to get your reservations in really soon because the rooms are going pretty fast. A couple things about the hotel. It is pet friendly. So you can bring your pets, your kids and all that. They're happy to leave your reindeer. And most, you know what, Rick, I'm not even going to go there. And something that's really important, free parking. Free parking.
$3 a night right there, guys.
Depends upon where you're at. It's some places it's $30 a night. I do have one introduction. This young lady sitting down here in green and is her name is Laura.
Hi, Laura. Stand up, Laura.
She is a journalist student up at Cal State Fullerton, and I had the pleasure of being interviewed by her on Wednesday, and I invited her to come to see the rest of the Motley group today. So welcome, and hope you're enjoying it. For those who don't know, the 2018 reunion committee donated a reindeer package to the Lone Star Santa's Convoy of Toys raffle. And that raffle was to raise funds for the victims of the hurricanes. And Santa True was the winner of our reindeer package. So anyway.
Seminars.
That's right. So do I have any questions about the reunion or anything like that?
I got a question.
I'm sorry. We are working on that right now. We're working on it. If we have the picture on the stairwell of the Performing Arts Center, then we'll have to do it before the lunch. So, but we're working on it. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. It's
Reg.
.com.
Cool. If you're on our emailing list, you'll get a link tomorrow.
Sending out an email blast?
Yeah, we'll send out a reminder tomorrow night.
Yeah, but I don't think he's on it yet.
Okay. Let's make sure we get that mentioned.
Okay. Any other questions? Oh, one real quick. For the reunion committee, if you raise your hands, please. Reunion committee. For those who don't know, these are the folks.
Want to put your name?
Thank you. These are the folks for almost the last year have been working very diligently in putting together your reunion. So let's give them a round of applause.
Are you getting orange?
And now,
Chapter info.
Mike.
Hi, everybody. I'm Santa Mike, and if we haven't met before, but I want to talk to you about vendors. That's always the last thing for the vendors to sign up and that. But I know a lot of you have some great ideas or go out to different community events. So if you would like to invite them to go to the website, you can tell them this, it is $100, 8-foot table. 8 foot. So that gives them basically 8 feet of space there. That's for both days. So that is rock bottom cheap.
It's dirt cheap.
So-
If you do fairs and boutique shows, we'll pay double or triple that.
So if you know of a vendor or collect a business card, you can email me. And if you'd like to write it down, it's real easy. It's inlandempiresantas@gmail.com. So just remember the Inland Empire Santas at gmail.com. And if you send that over to me, I'll follow up with them so that we can get some great vendors in there. And it doesn't have to be specifically a Christmas item as a vendor. It can be someone as a service or product that relates to people that are in that demographic of our age. So there's other things, we have, it looks like AARP is going to be there. There's going to be a financial planner. There's going to be different organizations there also. Besides just product, there'll be services. So think about that. Think outside the box of just Christmas, but other things that will help the community itself. Yes.
We have we have 2 more vendors as of today. Loretta's daughter has tea products that you'll be presenting. There's a holiday tea sampler that
Okay.
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 Okay, and so I was telling them that I've been looking at the Sugar Plus for local vendors that, like, again, for instance, a lot of the Inland Empire folks would appreciate to have fountains for the backyards, the
Yeah.
yards, that kind of thing. And since they're local and here, they can go home and pick up the product and they get to take it home. So that's something that I've encouraged. And it's not necessarily themed for Santa, but it is something that you can look at because it doesnn't have to be red, the color red.
Yeah.
Enough for anything.
We're looking for a minimum of 30 vendors. So anything you can do, and you have a vendor and ID, even if, just send me the email of what their contact information is, and we will get a hold of them. It's going to be really great, because yes.
On that note, you guys are going, as the Christmas season heats up, you guys are going to go by, you're going to hear about and go to these holiday vendor fairs and boutique shows and things like that.
it's always good to go in there and let some of those people know that when when December 24th rolls around and that Christmas merchandise that they have unsold, they're thinking about kicking it into the storage for another year or so, remind them that we can give them one more opportunity to move that holiday merchandise after the Christmas holidays, and they'll be selling to a dedicated or targeted demographic, people who are actually looking to pick up that Christmas merchandise. So in years past, some of our vendors have reported that the vendor fair was their best single weekend sales of the year. And you know, a lot of people go and you guys all work at a farmer's market. Farmer's market has a lot of things besides vegetables. So you can hit some of the vendors there because winter time is usually their really slow time. So I know there's ones that have honey and all things like that. So not necessarily a food product that they're serving there, which we couldn't do, but there's a lot of products out there. So just think outside the box. And we want to really have a really great vendor fair. The whole focus on the committee this year is to set the foundation for next year. Because next year is our 25th reunion and we want to do that up big time. So get as many, vendors as we can. Make sure you get your hotel rooms in and get those before they're all gone and get the registration in. I had someone instant message me the other day who is a Santa who is going to become a real bearded Santa in the next year and wants to join us, but he also makes Santa walking sticks and Santa pouches and things like that. So there's a lot out there. Watch on Facebook. Also, I ask you guys, if you are following me on Facebook, it's Michael K. Webker Sr. And you can click on it and add me as a friend if you're on Facebook. And when I send out the posts on the reunion or vendors, please share them. Because by sharing them, you're hitting, there might be 200 Santas that you know that I don't know. And it gets it out there to all of those people. So we can save a lot on cost of marketing and things like that, but do as much as you can to get that word out for us. And then Kathy wanted to mention something about centerpieces.
Can't believe it. I swear I changed that.
One more note on the vendors. If it comes up, the vendors met at, the registration for the reunion is separate from the vendors fair registration.
Yes.
So if they're going to be at the vendor fair on Saturday and Sunday, they're responsible for their own meal purchases and their accommodations for that night.
Yes.
This just has to do with vendors. One of our vendors signed up yesterday. She makes a lot of beautiful these are household things. Beautiful table runners. I have table runners, and she makes these baskets that match. I have some things that are not just Christmas here. I have some Halloween and Thanksgiving. And there also are some wall hangings, and also there's a quilt in here. So if you want to see any of these items, because there might be something that you want to have that's new for the upcoming holidays for your own home, these are very affordable, and I'll take them out and show them to you later on if you want to see them, but not now. Anyway, that's it.
Let's discuss that as a committee. Time up.
Okay, we take a pause in today's events while
Items in there, some Santas and different things like that, it's all yours to take. If you'll just go through those and pick out what you would like. Yes.
Can I make a suggestion, since it is, we don't know how long you're sitting there? You can put them in nets, you can put them in nets and put them in the low spin cycle. Wash them before you put them in your bag.
Well, 99% of them were new.
Okay.
They might have been, they were all stored in bags.
They're sealed.
They're not sealed.
Okay.
They're all loose plush.
Okay.
But most of 99% of it was new with tags and things like that.
And they were inside bags.
Okay.
I took them all out and I took my air gun and blew off any dust in that, but it's not going to hurt to go ahead and run them through your cycle with a freshener towel or something like that. But if you please do that, help him carry on that legacy, and then it goes to the
And we want to say thank you for you going out there.
Yeah, thank you. And to your Uber driver. And if anyone saw on the posting on Forbs Facebook of the sleigh,
Yes.
There are 2 sleighs, a smaller one, which I have, and then a large sleigh, which is about 10 feet long and 5 feet wide, and a big metal frame, and it sat out in this front yard for years. And of course, it had some deterioration to it. And I promised my wife I would find a home for it. And God bless our Santa.
Courtney.
Courtney is going to take the sleigh because you do restoration, right?
I will resurrect the sleigh and I'll make it drivable. And I was visioning this was next year's project. So when I came here today and you brought that up,
Yay!
God works in mysterious ways. Welcome home, Courtney, welcome home. And Courtney has told me that he will send pictures out so that we can send it to his widow. That she would like nothing more than to see that restored and bring back his boy.
God bless us, everyone.
Yay. And thank you to Victoria, too. Wow.
Okay, continuing on in the, I've had Esther double counting the funds, but by my tally, we came up with $1,134 for Christmas charity. Okay, and so have you been?
Interesting, because I told Esther, based on my calculations in my own mind, which is a scary thought, between $1,100 and $1,200.
So,
Exactly. Yay.
okay, so have you been in contact with Breast Cancer Angels?
Ann Steinmetz called me night before last, and so we are in touch with each other, although I am friends now on Facebook with the head of the Breast Cancer Angels. Didn't know that when we became friends until I saw her Facebook page, that I realized that's who she is. So, but we've agreed that we are still going to, or Esther and I talked about it earlier, we are not going to go, he can hear me, trust me.
The camera can't.
Yeah, Cameron, trust me. Trust me. That we are still going to go through Ann Steinmetz and keep her in the loop as long as possible. And she is very willing to do that and wants to. And so we talked the other night and decided that, you know, last year we had families with, my family had our family had 4 kids. Esther's family had 2 kids plus a nephew.
So we ended up with 4 kids.
3 kids and the nephew. So 4 kids. Debbie England had 2 or 3 kids in her family. This year we're going to go with 1 or 2 kids in a family so we can spread it out. Instead of just having 3 families, we're going to try and do 4 families with 1 or 2 children in the family, so that we can use it toward more families. With less than we had last year, we are going to use as much as we can between as many families as we can. So we're looking toward 1 or 2 kids in each family.
I want to say something about
And yes, we're
Tropical
working.
Express.
And we want to say thank you
Okay.
to all the people like
Oh my gosh,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth has offered to make,
And has done this for us, yes, yes.
some
And cakes
cookies and
and-
cakes and things for us to.
So we don't do this alone. There's 3 of us in
Right.
the committee, but we
There's
have
actually 4 of us.
4 of us. And the wood carvers also are involved. The Orange County wood carvers support us. I have people that have shown interest in possibly giving us some quilts for these families. Again, it's a group effort. And then, of course, our extended families were the people involved, like my
Right.
daughter going out on Black Friday. There's a lot involved. So if anybody...
We've already been
yeah.
shopping throughout the year.
Oh, yeah, throughout the year.
So
We've done a lot of
we
it,
see
yeah.
things on really good deals and stuff. We go ahead and shop for this stuff throughout the year. This is not even stuff that we take back out of the fund, by the way. This is stuff that a lot of us donate into it. To add to our stuff for the kids and stuff. So we even buy for the mom, because she is the one going through her life changes and stuff. So we buy stuff for them too. So we just want to thank all of you for participating throughout the year. You know, we only have a short time to do it. February to October is not even an entire year. So you guys did awesome this year, and we totally appreciate it.
And if anybody has gloves, whether it's children's glove or an adult glove for the mom, when it does get cold, which we're hoping it will, and they're going through the radiation treatment and everything else, it is imperative that they have something to quilt up. Sometimes they just put over themselves, or a shawl of some kind. If you have gloves that you're going, I don't want to remove these pair of gloves, trust me, we can use them, because you never know, hopefully they're new. you just never know what we can do to add to the package deal that we deliver. So, or ornaments. If you have ornaments, a set of ornaments that you haven't used. Last year we ended up buying a tree because this family had nothing. And the tree already had the lights, and we put ornaments. We had to buy the skirt and everything else. So if you guys have an extra skirt or for a tree or anything like that, even if we don't use it this year, we'll save it for next year because you don't know what kind of families we're going to get. And sometimes they have nothing. I mean, the family I had didn't have a stick of furniture in the living room. We made the furnishings in there with the tree and everything we got there. So you just never know what you're going to get. And even if you don't use it this year, we'll use it next year. So thank you so much for everybody that's involved because I think we represent Orange County Forbs really well. $10. I came up with one. I checked and double checked. So instead of 1,134, we got 44.
Okay.
Yay.
We'll take it. For those who weren't here 2 years ago, Jim and Ann Steinmetz created Claws for the Cause. They were pretty comfortable in their lives, and they managed to do Santa every year and give every penny that they made to Claws for the Cause, which supported breast cancer angels. And one year, Jim told me he did $11,000, and then the next year he told me he did $18,000. And then Jim had a heart attack and he couldn't go out there, and his customers donated $30,000 to their cause. And then Jim, he was playing pickleball. They were active. He had a bad shoulder. He started taking Advil, and he woke up the next morning. He just felt terrible, so he took some more Advil, and he went off to the hospital. And come to find out, he had a bleeding ulcer that he didn't know about, and that was Wednesday morning when he woke up, and Saturday he died. So that was 2 years ago, and so this, us supporting Breast Cancer Angels is good for us, but it's kind of a tribute to Jim, and his widow Ann worked with us on that. So.
Here.
All right, is there any old business to be brought before this group?
We'll get down.
Okay.
Anything we would do is old business.
All right. Is there any new business? Peter.
I wanted to turn all of you on to something, Santa's and significant others, but particularly Santa's, because we have to have our good looks constantly going. And if you're like me, you keep your dermatologist in her mortgage payments. So, you see these right here? These protect my arms when I'm in the car, particularly the left side. The sun really gets on here, and I've had a lot of pre-cancers burned off. Stuff on the side of my face, pre-cancers and everything. And these I discovered in a Japanese store called Marukai. It's in Costa Mesa, and there's others. This is a UV treated item, and it can go right onto your arms. And the nice thing is it's actually cool. It keeps your arm cool, and when the sun's on there, you don't feel it burning on your arms at all. The other thing is, if you're like me and you overheat really easy in some of those suits and you're under lights and everything, and I don't like to wear a full shirt or even a sweatshirt underneath, but I'll wear a light tank top. If you have these on, I've already tried it for this year. I put my my gloves on, and because of this material, it holds your glove on there. It doesn't tend to fall down. So it really keeps that nice look, and so it's twofold. So it protects your skin and lets your gloves stay up there where they ought to be.
What are they called?
I'll just pass this around. I'm going to start with you and go ahead. Anyway, this is, you can get them in different colors. There's white, there's beige, there's black, and you can get them at a Japanese store, and I think you could probably find these online too, but they are really They're wonderful. I tell you, I won't drive without them.
I was going to say, I've used these things for 3 years, and I've got mine online. There's a company called Sleeps, SLEEFS.com. And about 3 or 4 times a year, they have them on sale, and they're like $5 for
That's it.
set.
These are $5 each.
Yeah. But again, you can get them there, and I do the same thing, because I mean, you mentioned the word heat, and I started sweating, so they're great without having to wear a full shirt.
I will mention one thing, keep them away from Velcro. Velcro just holds on to them.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know too.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Peter, yay! That's not Peter Horta, in case y'all don't know.
www.sleefs.com.
Write it down.
And they have them in different sizes also. They do run tight, so.
Everybody got that? SLEEFF?
FF or FS?
S, Sam, Lincoln, Edward, Frank, Sam.
Okay, that's what I got.
Just in case we're doing that.
Okay, thank you. Is there something else?
Yes.
Go ahead, Rick.
Okay. 2 quick things, both charity related. I'd like to thank Elf Holly for volunteering to supplement the Breast Cancer Angels up to $1,200, just to make the math easier. 4 families divided $1,200. The other thing is, a lot of you guys know that about 10-11 days ago, I launched Operation Tropical Express, the Forbs Island Relief Campaign to to collect charitable contributions to help Americans in the Puerto Rico and American Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands. It's been going fairly well. I want to thank everybody who's contributed. We have raised almost $800, and I will be tacking a reminder onto the reunion blast tomorrow. I'll tack a reminder on at the very end, so that if you haven't donated yet and you're interested in doing so, make sure, by the way, that we have your email address before you leave. Make sure that you're on the Sotoc mailing list and the Forbes Santa's mailing list before you leave today. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, as for that mailing list, I had the clipboard down there with these 2 fellas. If there's anybody else that's not getting, Jim, I marked you down, that's not getting the emails that I send out, why, put your name on that clipboard and I'll make sure that you get on the Orange County roster.
Thank you.
Okay, nobody that go in there. All right, well, the next item is we need a nominating committee. We need officers for Orange County chapter next year. And we're looking for volunteers for the nominating committee.
Look at those hands go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up.
Okay. All right, well, Rick and I are going to start nominating.
Nominating committee is, I can tell you who I'd like to nominate.
Who wants to be secretaries and sunshine secretary and
No, I already gave that one up.
events?
Okay, well, if nobody wants to, well, you're going to have to get involved if you want the chapter to work. All right, that's the end of new business. I passed out a Forbes song. Everybody didn't get it, but we're going to be singing this at the reunion for sure. So everybody needs to practice this. Me, 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 me. Okay. All right. When Santa is seen in stores and in parks, real bearded men with joy in our hearts, F-O-R-B Santas are here. You'll find us in homes or if hospitals call. Toys give away, of course we're in malls. F-O-R-B Santas are here.
for all your pictures. Our beards, of course, are real. We keep the joy and spirit of being Santa all the year. So put on a smile, we'll make you a deal. We'll prove to you that Santa is real. F-O-R-B, Santas are here. We smile for all your pictures. Our beards, of course, are real. We keep the joy and spirit of being Santa all the year. So put on a smile, we'll make you a deal. We'll prove to you that Santa is real. F-O-R-B, Santas are here.
You guys did good with that.
Are we gonna do a Santa picture today?
Well, of course we are, darling.
We missed one in the Inland
Not all
Empire
about
last
it,
time.
Inland Empire.
No, we did one.
Did you? What?
No, we need a group shot.
A group
No, the
shot.
IE said, we did an Inland Empire picture.
Yeah,
We were out there the other day, no.
Nope, they missed
Not
it.
Katie Mann, like we did that.
Oh, it's Jack, oh, that's right.
That was our second.
Okay, before we take the picture, we've kind of covered the 50/50 and the Christmas charity. Is there anything else that you would like to bring before this body? Anything you want to share? We love you all. We thank you for coming to be part of the Orange County chapter. We love being Santa. Hope you do too. And hope everybody has a good season. Remember to take lots of vitamin C's and wash your hands every chance you get. Try to stay healthy. I usually end up missing one weekend every December while I'm just struggling to get through it, but yes.
Mike had some tips at the Inland Empire one about, dry mouth, and can you share some of that stuff that you did?
It's posted on the Forbs Facebook page also, but just a few of the tips was, a couple that got a lot of attention was one, if you keep just room temperature water, but put a little lemon in it. And the lemon will keep your throat clear and keep you from getting hoarse. And a good suggestion is when it's in a water bottle that you have one with a little top that pops up. I use one that I can just use my teeth and pop it open so my hands are not putting on top of the cap, because you've transferred every germ that came across your lap onto that top if you do that. And the other is slices of green apple. If you start to get dry mouth, just take a slice of a green apple and eat it, and the tartness in there and that will water up your mouth and you'll be fine. And then, of course, the normal things like vitamins and all the rest of that stuff. You gotta, if you get a flu shot, if you're able to. Some people don't like them, that's fine, but I get one every year. It really helps me. So all those basics is keeping yourself healthy and strong. And the number one is to stay happy and jolly. It's really get wearing on you, so just stay happy and jolly.
And a lot of rest.
Okay, see you all at the reunion.
Hey, Bob. One more piece of advice. The San Diego chapter was having their Santa training. Yesterday, Joe Mystic was hosting his Santa training. And in the middle of it, he called me and put me on speakerphone so I could share my tip, my go-to prophylactic for your health during the Santa season. And it is liquid Centrum vitamins. Centrum liquid vitamins. They sell them at Rite Aid. They don't sell them everywhere else, no matter, CVS and Walgreens is hit or miss. Rite Aid almost always seems to have them. But here's the thing. If you feel the slightest symptom of cold or any viral infection, the first time you hear the cough, the first time you feel the feather in your throat, something like that, first time a little sign of fever, soreness, anything like that, grab that Centrum bottle, double the dosage, double the frequency. You will fill every storehouse in your body with every vitamin and mineral and amino acid and electrolyte that it needs, and you will go back to work safe. I've only missed 1 hour in 15 years, and that hour was during the time the Centrum had to take effect. I missed 1 hour. Say it again. Centrum,
TRUM. It's a broad spectrum liquid vitamin. Here's the thing. If you're taking your vitamins as a pressed tablet, which is how most people do, you're losing 85% of the vitamins during the digestive process. If you take a liquid vitamin, in 12 minutes, 95% of the vitamins are in your bloodstream doing the job in 12 minutes. And it's almost 100% effective. So press tabs are great for maintenance throughout the year, but if you need to fight, if your body's in a fight and you need to make it win real quick, liquid Centrum vitamins will flood your bloodstream with everything that it needs to win the battle.
And where was it at?
Rite Aid, yes.
Or online.
Or online. I buy mine online and
We have
save
them
money.
delivered to
We
us.
buy like 9 bottles and I give a couple of them
And
away
we do,
during the
and
year.
we set them right there in the living room. They're there to grab. I have them in my desk at work. They're there to grab any little fly you feel in the back of your throat, in your nasal area.
I think it's done.
Hit it right then and keep it going for a couple days. It will either go away or won't come as hard as
Turn
it
your
was
right.
going to. Is what? Zinc is very good, and probably what's big in Centrum liquid vitamins too.